Well, hi everybody, and welcome to episode 43 of That Fallout Show. Those bullets hurt, but not as much as your rejection. I am Rick McVick, and with us tonight, as always, is Shalene.
Hello, hello.
And Vendertron.
Welcome, sir, or madam. Oh, it didn't work.
It worked. I hear it.
It worked.
Vender, how's your week been going?
You know, Rick, I just can't talk about it.
Okay, all right, Shalene.
I had a really bad week.
Oh.
It was a really difficult week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching,
We're
everyone.
in for a really riveting, exciting, energetic episode of That Fallout
This
Show
is
tonight,
that
aren't we?
depression show.
Yeah.
Well, okay, well, I've had a week. It hasn't been too bad. I've been studying on a certain subject. I've made a lot of breakthroughs this week, but have been, just awake a lot. But yeah, other than that, it wasn't that bad of a week. So anyway, I hope you all out there listening or watching right now have had a great week. And if it's been not a good week, you're here now, and it's the weekend, and we appreciate you, we love you, and thank you for joining us. But our show always needs help, and you can help us by sharing our show on your sharing our show on your social media. You can send us some emails like the lovely listener that did that on this episode, and you can like, subscribe, and retweet our social media postings. And also, the most important thing you can do is tell your friends about our show and host us on Twitch and anything else that you can do to make our little show putt along. And speaking of our little show, we have a jam-packed news segment for you this week. We have some gameplay, including some nuclear winter lovely stories, alluding to the title of the show, actually, and a listener email. But before we get into any of that, we've got some new Discordians that have popped on, and Vender, could you please give them a thank you?
Absolutely. We want to send a very warm and hearty welcome to Gauze, PL Big Lion, Whiskey Warner, Dino in Spandex, and certainly last but not least, Lil Lord Ill. Or I think I'm just going to say Lord, because that's how we're going to do it.
That's what I would go with as well.
If you would like to join the Discord, it's quite easy. All you got to do, if you're listening live right now on Twitch, just scroll down right below Rick. The Discord link is available there for your clicking. That will bringeth youth to the Discord, which is the Chat After Dark. All kinds of different conversations and channels. We have the Stack, which is a bunch of different channels of video games that will cater to most crowds. If there's a channel in there that you don't have, be sure to throw that in our suggestions box. But we also take it outside of video games because our community is very close-knit, and everybody likes to share stories about their own lives too. So people are posting pictures of food, hikes that they go on, music that they're working on, books that they're reading, all kinds of stuff. So if you're interested in becoming part of our community, we would love to have you. Please click that link. If you can't find it and you're listening to the show after the fact, you can always send us a message on social media, and we can get that to you as well.
Awesome. All right. Thank you for that, Vender. All right, let's get on to the news.
If you like news, you're gonna love our next segment.
Well, what happened in the world of Fallout this past couple weeks, Rick? Well, thank you for asking, Rick. I'm going to take the news this week. There's been a lot that's happening, and we're going to start with the Inside the Vaults. There were two of them. There was the initial run, and there's the extended. And as I'm looking over the initial Inside the Vault, I realized there's nothing to report on because the Mole Miner event is over, and the only other thing they really talked about in that particular one was Fashnot, which at the time had a big glitch we'll get into later, and was canceled, but brought back. We'll talk about that a little bit later. I know, it's drama in Appalachia. However, they do talk a little bit about the seasons. There were a lot of questions about it, and they did. One of the things that I wanted to point out about the new seasons when they come out is they are free for all players. They're not exclusive to Fallout First players. They are the seasons game board with all the reward systems and prize points and things like that. That's free for all players. I wanted to make sure that You knew that. They're looking to add bonus rewards for people who are Fallout First members, which is a very typical thing to do in a season-style gameplay mechanic, but it is not exclusive to Fallout First, so I wanted to point that out. The other thing I wanted to talk about is the extended Inside the Vault, and let's see here while I load this up. If you guys have been playing Fallout 76, you know that, I'm sure Vendor and Shalene, you guys have seen this. Displays aren't working, and they haven't been for some time, right?
I'm so irritated.
I know.
I just want to display my magazine collection.
Oh, yeah.
After Wastelanders came out, I got back into the game, and I'm like, I can finally utilize some of the displays so I can show all of my bobbleheads off and my magazines and things like that. And all the player vending and stuff has gone. However, they're working on a hot fix for it. It's been an ongoing issue. It should be out next week, the hot fix for this, but it's because of a duplication glitch. Somebody has figured out, or many people have figured out, how to store something, display it, and then duplicate the item. And it's just been an ongoing issue, and I think it's from this particular update, it seems like they finally figured it out. Foshnut has been a fan favorite, or how would you say it, Shalene? How is the proper pronunciation of this?
Foshnoshed.
Foshnasht? Okay. So now that we're all clear on how to pronounce this Foshnasht parade, it's been extended. It's been extended. I was quite disappointed. Actually, last Monday I had off, and I thought that I had missed all the fun festivities for the day. And I realized it wasn't even happening, so that wasn't so bad. But they've extended it for an additional week, and it's going to go until June 9th. So you've got a long time to get those beautiful masks and wonderful recipes and building plans.
What's your favorite mask of all the Foshnot masks?
Ooh, I have to think. Vendor, do you have a favorite mask? Have you played this year yet?
Not masks.
He has not played this year.
Let me see now.
I don't know. I really like the Raven one. That's a cool one.
It's really neat. I really like that one as well.
What about you?
The only one that I see myself wearing into the future, though, is continues to be the beret. That beret is so good.
Yes, the beret is pretty fantastic.
The Raven might be one of my favorites too, although I really like the Deathclaw.
They're just like little fun. I wonder if you're going to be able to display those.
Oh yeah, I have had my owl mask displayed for ages.
What's the display for that? A mannequin or something?
No, it's just on a shelf.
That would be the fun part, I think, once I get a couple of these. The blue crazy guy looks really cool.
Yeah, those crazy ones are pretty neat. And I like this year that they added a power armor helmet.
Yeah. What were we going to say, Vendor?
As creepy as the Joker is, I really do like the Joker mask. But I gotta say, I think my favorite is the sun.
Yeah,
the sun mask.
That one's much more common, so you have a good high chance of getting it. And I've gotten the sun mask twice now.
If you look at him, he's just like, please kill me.
It is not a pleasant looking face.
Somebody kill me, please.
What is it with like the German like holiday celebrations, and it just doesn't look like anyone's having any fun like in the decorum. Like all the masks in this, except for the Joker, who's just insane with that smile.
Yeah.
But everyone else is kind of like just this weird smile, like they didn't really want to be there, or there's somebody behind them with a gun making them appear, like the sun. I don't know. I love the masks, though. I think that, in all seriousness, I think Fallout or Bethesda has done a great job at this event. It's fun. For some reason, it's small, as simple as the mechanics are. It is a lot of fun to do every hour on the hour. So, yeah. So get in on that. You've got till June 9th. And next weekend, a part of the apology for Foshnasht, they are going to be giving us a apologetic double XP weekend next weekend. So the event starts June 4th and ends June 8th. It's a good chance also to take part in some of the nuclear winter challenges that are up until June 11th. So there you go. Bethesda's also streaming for a good cause. they started donating. They donated. We've covered before that they've donated $1 million to various charities to help support the response to COVID-19. They've also been raising money on their weekly streams, which they stream on Twitch every Wednesday from 1 to 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's twitch.tv/Bethesda, I think. Let me see if I got that URL right. Yes, twitch.tv/Bethesda. And this week they're raising money for UNICEF. So there you go. But check in every week there, and they are always taking money to help out people in that regard. So yeah.
Have you guys seen the blue crazy guy Fosnot mask?
Yes, it is great. Do you like it? I like it.
I think that one is my favorite.
Isn't it cool?
Particularly the wiry mustache that
I was
is
gonna
scribbled on the mask.
I was gonna say, looking at this now, I feel like there's you're
Don't say
like
resemblance.
No.
I feel like it looks like you.
No, your nose is not that big. You have the horns, but not the nose. But just an affinity for mustaches now.
True. I am seeing them everywhere.
Tom Selleck, are you a fan?
Who isn't a fan of Tom Selleck?
What about?
I mean,
Yeah.
What about? Why is his name leaving me? The guy that with the giant mustache, Sam.
Elliot.
Yes, Sam Elliott. Okay, never mind. Anyway, moving on before we get too weird here. Let's talk a little bit about patch 19. This came out a while ago. Shalene, is this what it's like always doing the news? Is it hard for you? I have a hard time doing it.
Yeah, that's how it always is.
Update 19, we've talked about it before it came out, but it's out now as of May 19th, so chances are you've already got it, but we're going to cover it anyway. Ally customization. You can finally style your allies, which I know some people really wanted. That was a fun thing with Fallout 4. Yeah, like in Fallout 4. Did you guys style your allies in Fallout 4?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's awesome, right?
And then there was that glitch where Valentine didn't have any clothes.
Oh, I didn't have that glitch.
And he was
know that.
like, it was like Naked Valentine, but it was just a robot body.
Every day is Valentine's Day with that glitch.
I remember putting Preston Garvey in the suit from the Asylum Quest. I forget what it's called, but you get the suit from the guy in the asylum with like the control crown, like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he looked fantastic in that suit. Really
Yeah, I remember that. Did you guys now with just real quick tangent. Did you guys ever save the dude with the crown, or did you always kill him?
I don't even remember. I don't even remember. Probably.
That was the Cabot House quests.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always liked the tactical aspect of things, so I would always dress my characters up in like tactical equipment, make them look, of course, as you do. But yes, now you can finally customize your allies. You can share your wardrobe with them by using the new option to customize their outfits, I think, when you talk to them. So there you go. We're going to skip over the mole miners and the Fashnut Parade because we talked about those. They've made improvements to the way that you name your weapons and armors. The way that they're automatically named. I know sometimes that it can get a little cumbersome and not really... Because it uses the names to depict the mods, which is kind of frustrating, I think. But apparently they've improved the way that is set up, which is great because sometimes adding mods doesn't actually change the name. So you can scrap the wrong item sometimes. So they've changed that. And also, this is what one of the coolest things that they've added with patch 19 is there are new limited time only nuclear winter challenges. Now they go until June 11th, so there's plenty of time to take advantage of it. But I think it's like at like 2,000 points or 2,500 points of XP in nuclear winter unlocks a skin or something else. So it's like bow and arrow skins.
Camp items. There's a fireplace.
Right.
A massive antler chandelier.
There's that. And a log.
A log.
There's a log.
There's a log. There's an Under Armour that I really like. That is
I didn't know there was.
Flannel shirt with a denim vest.
Oh, I've seen that floating around. I didn't know that was one of them.
Yeah.
And the one that I really want is the ghillie suit. Yeah, I really want the ghillie
We've got to get
suit.
that ghillie. We've got
I
to
know.
get it.
Think about all the bush hiding we can do.
We're gonna be some pro level bush hiders.
Yes. So that is out for PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox. I don't think there's anything else. There's a whole bunch of updates. You can check it out on Bethesda.net. There's a ton of bug fixes, lighting and textures, camp issues, things like that. So check that out there. And then we're going to go to, just a quick side note. I want to let you guys know, for those of you elitists who have access to the playtest server, it is up and running for patch 20. So just as an FYI, if you have the ability to hop on there and check it out, do so now because it is up and live. Just wanted to throw that out there. Let's talk a little bit about Fasnacht. Now, Shalene and I have been running Fasnacht. Sorry, I've been mispronouncing it, and we know how our listeners get when we mispronounce things improperly. So Fasnacht.
What is with this article?
So yes, an intestine shortage led to the delay of Fasnacht. And Shalene, you know a little bit more about this. You want to? Because I don't know anything about it.
Let me click through here.
Oh, I thought you were up to speed.
No, I'm sorry, Rick. I was not prepared for this.
Anyone telling me about it?
There was this. Okay, so one of the things that you have to do to get ready for the parade in the event is you have to provide the intestines of small creatures to the butcher robot, so that he can make the sausage, right? Mm-hmm. And as the servers, as time goes on, and the server gets kind of tired because it's been up for a while, something that it does is it sacrifices small creatures to keep performance smooth. So the small creatures were not appearing. They were not appearing to provide the intestine, and it was a problem. So it made it unable to complete the event, unable to successfully complete the event within the time limit.
It was the Great Intestine Famine of 2020.
It was. And it was something that they had noticed in the playtest server, but I guess they thought it was not going to be as big an issue as it turned out to be. So they did take the event down to fix that problem. So.
Yeah, and that's good because this was one of the Fasnacht was like one of the fan favorite events, like one of the best events that and Meat Week I think were the fan hits. Mm-hmm. And they're also giving you an apology bundle. I don't know. It just says that it's got colorful new items that you can add to your collection for free, including new masks.
A Fasnacht mask, a heart sign, I believe, and a wallpaper is what the bundle.
Oh, okay. So vendor, here you go. The blue crazy guy Fasnacht mask is the free one that they're giving you.
Cool.
Along with the red heart sign and the ochre, O-C-H-R-E. Ochre wallpaper.
The ochre of time. Oh wait, that's the Okanara of time.
What was that? Legend of the Theosebes, the Okanara of time or something.
Okanara of time.
Oh my gosh, that's throwback.
If we ever get famous for one thing, it's going to be our horrible pronunciation of different things.
It's going to be the aging process and our terrible memories.
Oh man. So yeah, I was very happy that they brought Fasnacht back. It's a very fun event. It happens at the top of the hour. If you're one of the select few elitists who have Fallout first, you can run it really quick in a public server, and then you and a couple of friends can jump over into a private server and run it again. So you can effectively do it twice every hour. Anyway, we have some Fallout IRL for you this evening. And actually, this one was supplied to me via my wife. If you, vendor, have you, I know you. You've always wanted a nuclear reactor plant control monitoring system in your house, right? Like you've always wanted.
Ever since I came out of the womb.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So now you can actually own one. A nuclear power plant is being decommissioned in the United Kingdom. Another plus for you. And they're selling off this ginormous console and monitoring system. Can you guys see my screen here? Or click the link. It is flipping huge.
That looks like something from like the nuke silo in Fallout.
Yeah,
that's great. I could probably fit that in my basement. Yep.
So when it first popped up, it was only at a bid of $150. Now it's sitting pretty at like $3,500.
What would you do with it? Just to own that piece of history?
I would
buy it and sell it to the museum.
I would turn it into an audio
like 10
console.
G's, yo. Come on.
10 G's. It's coming out of
it's a hunk of junk.
Skegness, Lincolnshire is where it's coming from. You have to there's no
Lancashire.
Lancashire. There's no local pickup. It is shipping only. I could only imagine the shipping costs.
The shipping cost would be $10,000.
Wow.
Jesus. They have to send it to you in sections.
Wow.
I know. It's impressive when you look at this.
Click on see options for the shipping. I want to see the options.
I should also mention that 3250 GBP or British pounds is like 7,000.
Oh, is it 7,000? Oh, Canadian.
Yeah.
Let's see here. General shipping information. Please see below. Ramco.
That doesn't help us at all.
No, it doesn't. However, there's a lot going on with this console. Let's just look at it here real quick. There's a lot of CTVs, like the old school cathode ray kind.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
A lot of knobs and connectors that don't.
17 TVs.
There you go. They have these cool looking joystick things here. I see what looks like a giant VCR type machine. It's got a Tech Pro communication system monitor station built into it if you ever wanted one of those. So yeah, this is up for grabs. You can go ahead and get that. You have until June 2nd, 2020 to buy your very own nuclear console.
Wow.
For giggles, I'm going to go ahead and pop the link in the chat here so you guys can see what we're talking about, because it is quite impressive.
The stories it could tell.
So, Shalene Vendor, do you remember a couple weeks ago we were talking about how the nuclear tests in New Mexico made it rain in the United Kingdom? Remember?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And we were going to nuke the UK to fix the drought here.
Right. Make America wet again, I think was the slogan we had coined for the thing. Well, I think Trump watched our show, because there's a slight possibility or rumors that if we had to, it would only take us months to resume live nuclear testing again. So apparently some reports coming out of North Korea have sparked conversations within our defense peoples. I'm terrible with nomenclature. About the possibility of live nuclear testing. And I would imagine that would be out your direction, Shalene, so this would mainly affect you.
Yeah.
But what
I mean, the people here have stopped growing, an extra limbs and that kind of thing. So it's about time to resume nuclear testing.
What are your guys' thoughts? Because this is something I always thought about in the past. It's happened before. Nothing really ever. It's not current thing. So, what are your guys' thoughts on the potential of actually doing this again?
Here's the thing for me, I feel like this is kind of a dumb headline. Of course we could resume live nuclear testing in months if we wanted to. It only took months the first time, and we hadn't invented the bomb yet. I don't really see the need for further testing. We know it works. We
2 words for you, Rick. Political flex.
Yeah, I just was curious what your guys' thoughts were.
It's all face, totally superficial.
I just thought it was.
It's like here we are. We're stronger than you. Come at me, bruh.
Which is funny that we would do this, because Russia set off the biggest nuclear bomb known to man, the Tsar bomb, and they popped it off in the atmosphere.
Then everybody got together and was like, "Hey,
we shouldn't do this. This is a little too much.
let's everybody chill, okay?"
It had to be big for everyone to agree to stop. How crazy are we now?
Is that information declassified?
What, the Tsar bomb?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we covered it
We've
years
reported
ago.
on it years and years ago,
But-
and we had size information.
But if you think about how crazy governments are now at like flexing and stuff like that, to how big that bomb must have been for all of the world to go, maybe not. Like, we can't agree on much. That too big. Even Texas was like, yeah, we're done. So
Oh my gosh.
anyway, so United Kingdom, if it starts raining really bad after we start doing some nuclear testing, sorry, you guys have enough of it. Anyway, on to some ballistic bargains. Vendor, what can we expect to see in the Atom Shop in the upcoming weeks?
The Atomic Shop weekly update from May 19th to the 26th. You
That's
can.
over with.
Oh,
This is the
link
wrong
May
update.
29th. Did I give you the wrong one?
That's the wrong one.
Oh, stand by. Technical difficulties. Atomic Shop.
I don't know if there is another one.
Bethesda. Whoop.
Well, there would
March
have to
3rd.
be, wouldn't there?
Nope.
Is
Let's
that
go
the latest one?
June? June 25th?
Did I miss one?
No.
Well, there's like some stuff that's June.
That's last
Second.
year.
Well,
But the 26th has already happened. is the
well,
thing.
I guess there's no ballistic bargains.
View more.
I mean,
Yeah, that's it. That's the most recent one.
they
Oh.
don't have updates in the thing. But what we can do is go through what items will be available until June 16, I think is the latest date. So we can run through that as well. So you've already missed out on the Red Rocket robot poster, which was available until the 26th. There are some other limited time offers available until June 16. You can get the Red Rocket Ranger Power Armor Bundle, as well as the Red Rocket Ranger Power Armor Paint Set. Until June 9, you can get the Red Rocket Robot Helmet and the Red Rocket Stash. And then these items have no predetermined date of availability, and they will be available basically indefinitely or until Bethesda says otherwise. The Red Rocket Power Armor Station, the Station Pump Shotgun Skin, the Shell Shocked Backpack Skin, the Red Rocket Power Connector Set. And I should reiterate that the Red Rocket Ranger Power Armor Bundle contains the Red Rocket Power Armor Jetpack, the Red Rocket Ranger Power Armor Paint, the Red Rocket Power Armor Station. Please
that power
don't make
armor
me
is really cool. It's
please don't
really
make me
neat
say that
looking.
all again. You can also find until June 2nd the Log Cabin Bundle. That will be available until June 2nd. You've already unfortunately missed the Communal Fire Pit, the War Rider Power Armor Skin, and the Contemporary Camp Bundle. That is no longer available. Greatest hits coming back and available till June 2nd, the Responders Camp Bundle, Unstoppables Outfit Bundle, the Foshnot Moonshine Mama Mask, and the Old Man Summer Mask are all available till June 2nd. You've already missed on the Scrap Kit and Repair Kits 20, the Starlit Sniper Outfit, the Red Rocket Ship Icon, the Wooden Inlay Lever Action Rifle Paint, and the Doughboy Pip-Boy Paint. Those are all gone now. But you can still get, which is headed for the Vault, the Responders Fire Chief Outfit and the Red Curtain Set. I should also say that Bethesda has removed the Red Rocket Statue Bundle from their weekly offers, and you have unfortunately already missed, if you haven't got it, the Hot Rod Power Armor Station and the Hotter Rod Power Armor Paint. And that is it for the
Nice.
Atomic Shop.
Okay. Well, there was some stuff there.
Yeah.
Do either of you two have the Red Rocket service station thing that launches in the air and goes poof?
No.
Oh. Well. Ooh, that reminds me. Have either of you two been following the SpaceX saga, the new launch?
Also, no.
Okay, so they're launching. It's going to be the first launch from American soil in like 9 years. They're going to set a first manned space launch in 9 years from American soil, and it's from SpaceX. And what reminded me of the story was the launch and it going kaboom. My daughter has been obsessed with space, and she was She was watching the live stream that they did of the botched launch earlier this week. They're going to launch this Saturday, but she was watching intently, and waiting for it to take off. It was like 25 minutes, and they canceled it, but she's watching and watching. And I was talking to my wife, and I was like, yeah, it's really cool. It's like historic. You know, this is the first manned launch we've had in 9 years. It's awesome. We're finally trying to get back in the space race, and like, or not the space race, but like the space program. And the suits look like futuristic. You know what I mean? It looks like, kind of like stormtrooper suits. You know, it's just cool to see this, you know. And I'm used to like those spacesuits from like my elementary school days with like the big gold, shield on the front. And then I looked at my wife and I said, what if this thing goes the way of the Challenger? Like with like my daughter like watching it live, like boom, it just goes into smoke. But it kind of made me think for a second, like that'd be really strange to like watch that happen. But I just wanted to kind of promote that stream that's coming on Saturday of that space launch, because it's gonna be pretty cool. It's a pretty historic space launch, and I think we
here at We Just Love Games Network wish the crew and
absolutely.
Their team a very safe and successful mission.
I like how it's
somebody knock on some wood, please. Thank you.
I like how you have to clean up after my messes.
It's fine. It's fine.
One of these days, we're going to start having to put disclaimers on me where you two are going to be like, Rick's views are his own. They in no way reflect the views of WJLG or TFS. And the trash that falls out of his mouth is on him.
No, it will be a safe mission. It'll be amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And now the people that are going up, they're some of them are not trained astronauts, correct?
I don't know. I only saw 2 dudes in the cockpit. So I'm not quite sure. I think it's only 2 going up, but I was like really proud, watching that live stream. Like, man, like, it's been 9 years since we've done anything with space. Like we've just, well, I mean, not really, but it has been 9 years since we've put people in space from like an American initiative. And I really felt proud of that. And it's a private company doing this. You know what I mean? It's Elon Musk, the dude who invented PayPal, is sending people. The dude who invented PayPal is sending people to space. Let that sink in for just a second.
So
the privatization of space travel is going to be really important going forward.
Yeah.
So I think the moral of the story is to continue to use PayPal so that we can send people to space. Yeah.
Well, it's been since sold to eBay, but yes, I get it's really to buy a Tesla to send people to space.
A equals B, B equals C, therefore A equals C.
There you go.
Simple arithmetic, Rick.
Let's talk about the games we play. Vendor, what have you been playing this week?
Absolutely nothing at all, Rick. Back to you.
Shalene.
Oh, I have to go first? Okay.
I've been talking this entire time.
Rick, have we talked about our fog crawler glitch odyssey?
I don't believe we have, but either way, we need to fill the show, so
All
talk
right.
about it.
So, I was playing Fallout with Rick and Archon, and we were on a private server, I think.
Yes.
Just doing a little adventure mode. And there was an event called Fog Crawler Horde in the mire, I believe.
Yep.
But the dot there was not in the mire. It was in a completely different space, the marker. So it was really weird. For Archon, the description of that didn't even show up. The description of the event didn't even show up. For Rick, the description showed up, but it was in a completely different place. And for me, the event and the description both did not exist. So one of you fast traveled to this event, and I fast traveled to the person, and I was just in a random place in the middle of nowhere, and nothing was going on, and apparently you guys were underground in the senator's bunker.
Sam Blackwell's bunker.
Sam Blackwell's bunker. And we were all in our new characters, in our low-level characters, which were nowhere near being able to access this from the story.
Nope.
But we all managed to get there into the bunker by traveling to each other, and it was full of fog crawlers, the bunker. So
yeah,
we were fighting these fog crawlers. They were just coming out of the walls everywhere. It was ludicrous. There were fog crawlers just piles of them stacked like
was.
cordwood in this tiny little bunker. It was the stupidest glitch. And so we're in the bunker. We kill all the fog crawlers. We're like, okay, what now? Well, we're here. We may as well discover the location. Maybe start the quest.
You do the quest. Yep.
So we did the little quest in there and went outside and discovered the location. And we're barely past the responders section and are already gaining access to the enclave. So that was pretty funny, I thought. It was
Yeah.
just the weirdest glitch thing. It was so strange. So
Well,
strange.
Yeah, and like I don't know if you mentioned too that like where the location of the event was in a completely different area. Like
Yeah.
it was just the
The
wackiest
quest
thing.
marker was like in the forest,
Yes.
and the quest itself was at Sam Blackwell's bunker
In the mire, yeah.
in the mire, and
So-
it said
It was the most Bethesda glitch you could get.
it was so weird. It was so weird. Yeah.
So
Let's see. We played a little bit more on our low level characters. Archon and I finished the Mistress of Mystery quest, and we also did the final exam for the Fire Breathers with our new characters. So that was a good time. And so we started these new characters together, right, with the idea that we would level them up together. And of course, Archon was already like 5 levels ahead of me because that's just how it goes. I think it's because he goes off and kills things while I'm picking flowers and admiring the texture of the water in the river. And I think he kills things before I even realize we've been attacked. So he levels up a lot faster than I do. So since we were already split in level, I went ahead and played my low level character with his main character. Just for a while during the double XP to catch up, and we were talking about over encumbrance and about carrying a lot of stuff, and just to see, Archon decided that he was going to unequip all of his perk cards that make things lighter and unequip all of his armor with pockets and just see how much stuff he had in his pockets. And by the time that he unequipped everything, he was carrying 3,600 pounds worth of stuff. It wouldn't even let him move.
What?
He couldn't even walk. It wouldn't even let him move. It was ludicrous.
That's crazy.
Yeah, this guy, I don't know what to do with him. But I was very impressed by his 3,600 pounds of carry weight. And he helped me respec my character a little bit and showed me which cards I needed to rank up and that kind of thing. And holy wow, guys, that is life-changing. Life-changing. I went from constantly on the edge of over-encumbered to now I'm just about at 200 pounds all the time of my 400 and some odd available pounds. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. So thank you so much for helping me figure that out, Archon. That was a big deal. And we also spent some time, in the words of Archon, rolling mole miners for their lunches. There was the mole miner treasure hunter.
Yeah,
event.
rolling mole miners for their lunches.
Yes. And this mole miner event, it was very similar to the Christmas Scorched event, where
I wasn't there
you
for
had
that one either.
You had the Santa Claus scorched, and they made a jingle noise, and you would kill them, and they had gifts in their pockets. Well, now there were these special mole miners, and you can find them and kill them, and they have like a lunch pail, like a little metal lunch pail that gives you stuff. And there are 3 degrees of pale. There's the dusty one, and the normal one, and then the ornate one. And the ornate one has got this lovely etching on it, like in a floral pattern. And these mole miners, they're not automatically hostile to you. They're just minding their business. And you go to kill them and they run away. And I feel really badly about killing them for their
Weird.
stuff. Yeah, I feel like a bully. Chasing them down and killing them for their lunch. And plainly we're dealing with a species here that is at a level of sentience that it can appreciate a lovely floral print And I'm not sure that it's okay to just be slaughtering these things wholesale. I did it anyway. I mean, I did it anyway.
I could imagine,
Um,
Shalene, you being an explorer back in the 1400s, and you discover new land and new people, and you hold up a floral piece of wallpaper, and you're like, "Is this pretty?" And they're like, "Nah," and you're like, "Kill them all, kill them all." that's your Turing
dear,
test.
That's yes, that is the litmus test of
Litmus test, right? Great. I'm glad that your bar is set
Gracious.
that low.
But yeah, we did kill many of these mole miners for their lunches, and um, I was pretty disappointed with the rewards.
Hmm.
It was a lot of junk. You know, you would get some crystal, some aluminum, and there were a few plans. Most of it was plans I already had. I killed quite a few, not as many as a lot of players did, but I spent several nights working on this, and I didn't get anything that was especially special. Um, I think the only plan that I got was the insurgent outfit plan, and I think Archon just gave me that. I don't think I got it on my own. But yeah, I was a little disappointed in the mole miner, and I did not. Yeah, bit trash in the chat says the beeping and the cowbell sound resounded in me. I did not enjoy hunting them very much. I did not either, bit trash. I did not enjoy hunting these mole miners.
But you
It was
did anyway.
yeah. I did it anyway. Yeah, I did it anyway because apparently it's just how I am. But at least the scorched were automatically hostile to you. You know, that's I feel like if the mole miners had attacked me first, I would have felt better about hunting them. But anyway, that's that. Also, Foshnot has arrived, and we've been running that parade as often as possible, and it's been really fun. We've been running it in a public server, and then real quick when we finish, we'll pop over to a private server and run another event there by ourselves. So that's been really, really fun. I enjoy Fosnot. I forgot how much I loved the little Master of Ceremonies robot and his little song.
I just
It was so cute.
I just love it when he's like, the butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker. Where'd they go? he's like, wait, where did they go?
And I love the robots before they change into their Fosnot helmets, before they change into the masks. Like, look, and if you're watching on the live stream, I have the convivial historian back here in his little spectacles. So adorable.
I love the candlestick maker with the candle melted.
Stuck on his head.
Like some robot programmer was like, wait a minute, thunk. There you go.
Oh my gosh, it's so cute. I love those robots, and it's fun to do the little zany things, getting ready for it, um, and then of course defending them as they run through the parade. It's so fun. It's just really fun. I've enjoyed that. I like how it brings together everyone on the server, and after the event is over, people are trading plans and putting down their extra masks for people, and I just really like that. It feels like a very community driven event. It feels really good. So I've enjoyed that. And of course, we've been playing lots and lots of Nuclear Winter. I love Nuclear Winter, you guys. I really enjoy it. I really, really enjoy Nuclear Winter. And when there is one of these limited time item reward events happening where you can earn those items like Rick was describing earlier, I have it a lot easier in terms of bullying my friends into playing with me. So lots of Nuclear Winter, and it's been a great time. Rick, have we talked about Goku in the bush on this show yet? I don't think we have.
We might have mentioned him, but he comes up quite often as the slayer of us.
Indeed. So we were playing a game of Nuclear Winter. It was the three of us, myself and Rick and Archon, and our teammate was a person named Goku, and we started following Goku, and Goku was beast. Goku was slaughtering everyone, right? Just by themselves, just dominating the match. Goku was killing everyone. And Rick and Archon were both killed. We were in the top. I was following Goku, and I was not crouched in the bush the way I thought I was. I was standing up.
So
And
let me real quick. Yes, me and Archon are dead. I'm watching Shalene. I'm observing her screen, and she's just running around. Goku stops. He's crouching down in the bush, and for like, I died a lot sooner than Archon, and for the longest time watching Shalene, she's just standing in the bushes for like the entire match. Like, it's not just a moment; it's the entire match. She's just standing around, and like Goku crouches, Shalene's standing there with a giant Gatling gun, just looking around like a prairie dog at everything, looking around, standing up, and I don't say anything because I've said stuff before, and she's like, I know what I'm doing. It's a tactic. And I'm like, fine, sorry, okay. So I'm just keeping my mouth shut, watching this unfold. Continue, Shalene.
And so finally, Goku finds the last person, and no, wait, there was a person right next to me.
Right
in the
next
bush.
to you, standing, like
literally right next to
crouched
me,
right next
crouched
to
in
you.
the
Yes,
bush.
yeah. And Goku's like,
And did
seriously?
they kill me, or did
No.
Goku kill them? What happened?
Goku murdered them, and you're kind of like, oh, there
Goku
he
murdered
was.
them,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh, thanks, Goku. And at that point, I realized that I was standing up and not crouched in the bush at all.
Yeah.
And I was so mad at Rick for not telling me that I was standing up.
Damned if I do, damned if I don't. Like, genuinely, the only reason I didn't say, like, hey, Shalene, do you know you're standing up is because I was expecting her to go, yeah? You think I'm stupid? Think I've never played this game before? That was what I was expecting. So I was like, I'll keep my mouth shut.
Yes.
I'll let her do her thing.
No, I was
And
standing
she still
up
yells at me.
like an idiot. I couldn't believe it. I
There's
couldn't.
never an egg timer around when you need one.
It was so bad. It was so bad. It was so bad.
It was the whole match, too. It was so bad. I don't know how you didn't get
And
zipped.
I was on the winning team. I was the last one of us surviving.
The Magoo of the wasteland.
Yeah, Goku and I lived.
Oh, look at these flowers! A nuke whizzes by her head.
As she bends over, it's like,
Yeah.
Exactly. Oh man, what a disaster. We
Yeah.
had another match that was later. It was just Archon and I. And I play Fallout with a controller. That's what I'm used to. I play with a controller.
peasant.
I play some things mouse and keyboard, but I've spent so much time on Xbox with Fallout that's what I'm comfortable with. So I always play with with a controller, and my controller battery died in the middle of a nuclear winter match. I couldn't get it to resync, and so I get on my keyboard and I'm trying to do things, and it was like the first time I'd ever played the game. It was like I had never played the game before. Like, I could walk and look, and that was basically it. I was trying to use like Sea of Thieves keybinds to do everything. It was not working. And I'm following Archie. He's like, hey, there's a power fist here. And I'm like, how do I pick it up? And he's like, pick it up. Just pick it up. I'm like, which button picks it up? It was a total disaster. It was a total disaster. It was so bad. So I need to be sure and change those controller batteries. It's sad.
Yeah.
We also met a man who was definitely not Todd Howard. Definitely not Todd Howard. It was really funny. It was Archon and I playing, and we had two teammates, and one of them was like talking on the phone and stuff, and on the proximity chat, you know, he had team chat on, but he was like on the phone with his friends, and so I pop on chat and I'm like, hey, tell him we said hello. And he's like, oh, sorry. And he puts on his push to talk and he starts chatting with us. And something dumb happened. I don't even remember what it was. But Archon makes the joke about how it just works, just barely.
Oh, he made that joke?
Yeah. And the guy starts laughing and he's like, oh man, Todd Howard. And then he says, so guys, do you think that I sound a little bit like Todd Howard? And And we stop and think, and we're like, you know what? You kind of do sound like Todd Howard. I can see it. And he's like, oh, well, I'm definitely not Todd Howard. But how you guys liking the game so far?
Which is totally a Todd Howard move.
Yes, totally what Todd Howard would say.
I'm definitely
So we
not
got a
Todd
good
Howard.
laugh. We got a good laugh out of this fellow who was definitely not Todd
Ooh.
Howard.
I hear the train.
Yes, the hype train. The hype train is rolling through. I apologize.
The hype train heard you talk about Todd Howard, so he's like, we gotta hype something.
Yes, that's just someone shooting a railway rifle outside. But we got a good laugh out of this man who was definitely not Todd Howard, and I asked him to listen to that Fallout show. So if you're out there not Todd Howard, hello, you're cool too.
Hi, Todd Howard. We know it's you. Do you remember his screen name at all?
It was TJ something or other. I'm not sure.
What if it was like TJ, not Howard? Tom Jones?
I don't remember what his screen name was exactly.
All
It was cool.
right.
So if you're out there, not Todd Howard, you were cool. And we played a game, the three of us, we were in a match, and I managed to wipe out an entire team. And guys,
Yes, you did.
I felt like Rambo. It was so awesome. Okay, so we're playing this game, right? And you two and our third teammate are out here shooting at these guys. And
Yeah, we're
here's a
flanking to
building.
the left. Yeah.
I can't see the guys. I want to see the guys. I want to shoot at them too. So I come around the back of the house and I come around the corner and I see them all there. The whole team is in this little alleyway and I'm lined up perfectly. And I had a 50 cal machine gun. So I just opened up with this 50 cal and I downed two of them. And when the 50 cal ran out of ammo, instead of reloading it, taking the time to reloading, I just switched over to my other weapon that was in my pocket, which happened to be a missile launcher. So I just filled that little bottleneck with missiles as fast as I could, and I wiped the entire team, and I felt unstoppable. It was so great. It was so great. Yeah, so I'm really been enjoying Nuclear Winter. So good. It was so good. That's my gameplay.
Nice.
We also should mention that we were killed on live TV.
Oh, that's right.
We were. So the three of us are playing, and we're getting up to, it's in Flatwoods, and we're getting up to the New River Gorge campground. And I'm like, guys, there's some guys right up there over the hill. So we like go, and we pull the pins on our grenades, and we throw the pin while holding the grenade. We shoot the pistols at ourselves, and we're just looking at birds and flowers as the team kills us. Like we botched this.
It was
We
one of our
botched this attack.
worst rounds ever of all time.
Yeah.
Like we looked like children.
And like we blew it like Mount Vesuvius. And so what happened was I think it was Archin. I can't remember who it was. One of you guys was like, "Hey, this is a streamer."
It was me.
Yeah. I'm gonna go see for
recognized the name.
streaming.
It was Kev Dewitt.
Yeah. So thank you, Kev Dewitt, for the error there.
I recognized him from the video we did with
Oh,
the
right.
community
Yep,
community Wastelanders video
Chad.
that we did with the chat. Yeah.
And so Shalene pops off and she's like, "Oh, he's not streaming, that didn't happen or whatever." And so a couple days later, someone pops on our Discord and goes, "So I was watching his stream and I saw the strangest thing." And he puts a screen grab up of Kev Dewitt standing
All of
over
our names.
Kev Dewitt and and his team standing over dead bodies with our names just recently killed in the upper corner. We're like, that that was a thing.
We were sent that screenshot a few times by different listeners.
Oh, were we? Oh, I didn't.
Yeah.
So
It was really funny.
But
I should also mention that match, the porta potty match. So one time, Archon and I spawned in at the airport in Morgantown. Right, it was going to be a spicy drop. We knew that.
Yeah.
I was killed immediately, and Archon lived long enough to get inside a porta john. And he hid there, and he was very careful to be like in the middle of it so he wasn't clipping through the walls. And I was watching the map and we were listening, and as the circle closed in, it continued to close in around this porta john. And I was like, "You live here, dude. You live here now. This is your home. You live here." And he stayed in this porta-john as the circle closed in, and we would hear like entire teams passing by. You know, we could hear them walking outside, and he's just waiting. He's like, gosh, they're gonna open this door. I'll try and take one of them with me when I go down. And he ended up being one of the last two in the match, and he was killed by a cheater. He was shot through a cliff. So he very nearly won that round, hiding in the porta john. It was brilliant. It was so
Hiding is a valid strategy in Fallout 76. It really definitely is. So because of these updates and patches, I've been actually able to play the Wastelanders storyline, which has been fantastic. I love working with the Overseer. I love meeting the new Raider community, doing those quests. I'm very happy that they patched that issue, and that's fun. I haven't been finding a lot of time to be playing solo, just because every time we're on, it's either like Fastnacht or Nuclear Winter. I haven't been playing
play after the show.
I'm definitely playing after the show. I haven't been playing a ton of video games, and it's been weird. Like, I've hit this moment in my life where I'm so focused on some extracurricular activities where, like, I just don't have the desire to play video games. But Nuclear Winter and Hunt have been bringing me back. I want to talk about one particular Nuclear Winter game that we played, and it was last night, if I'm not mistaken. I had a victorious night of studying and problem solving, and I was super proud of myself because I'm SMRT, smart. And so I popped on, was like, guys, we should play a game of Nuclear Winter. I was like, all right, cool. So we pop on, and Archon, or whoever's team lead, Archon or whatever, I usually go closed group, but Archon and Shalene like to do an open group where we have a random person join our team. And this particular time, we were graced, rather, I should say, by the presence of someone named Velux. Veluxs. Velux. And we were in the screen, we were in Morgantown, we're like, where are we going to go? And he pops his pin on the penitentiary.
I would like to start by saying that in the lobby, he seemed like quite a bit of a Chad. You know, he seemed like a bit of a jerk.
Well, yes, but he didn't really come off that way until we got to the where we're going to go thing. So we get to the screen, and he's like, let's go to the he says, like, in the chat, he goes, let's go to the penitentiary so you can do naughty things to my back bits, basically, but in less friendly terms. And we're like, really? Like, why of all the people that talk to us, like, we get stuck with this dude who's going to talk about, like, lewd things. And it's not that lewd things bug us. Vendor, you and I love a good innuendo. But, like...
Tasteful.
Innuendo.
Tasteful.
A tasteful innuendo.
Right. As Shalene would say, he was referring to things in his innuendo. So anyway, we're like, great, this is going to be fun. So we go to the penitentiary with him for some weird reason, and we join in. And we're playing, and he's talking to us as me, Shalene, and Archon are talking in Discord. He's trying to say things to us. We don't respond. And then a couple minutes later, we hear him go, all right, fine, don't talk to me. Don't be my friend. Go have fun in your Discord. And we're like, oh, like, we feel bad. He knows. So then we started talking to him, and he runs off, and we follow him. And so... I follow, and then at some point, I think, Shalene, you get picked off, and Archon and me and Veluxus are, like, trying to shoot these guys in a house, and, you know, Archon and Veluxus are in the house, and I'm shooting guys. I down one, and Archon gets down, and Veluxus gets down, and it's just me left, and I reload my combat shotgun, and I pull it around the corner, and boom, 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 and thwack, and I'm dead, and I'm dropped down, and we're like, like, yeah, it's a bummer. We were, like, you know, like, fourth team left in the match. Man, that was a bummer, but that was a fun round, though, you know. And out of nowhere, for like the last 15 minutes, Veluxus had not said a word at all. We were trying to talk to him, we were trying to be nice to him. We were like, we're sorry, Veluxus, like, we didn't realize, we just thought this was going to go a whole different direction. We didn't realize you were actually nice, you know, we're sorry, you know, that sort of thing. And he hasn't said anything, just giving us, you know, the silent treatment. And we're in the death screen seeing all of our after action reports, and out of nowhere we hear him, you know, he pops on his mic and goes, you know, those bullets hurt, but not as much as your rejection. And then he poofed off and disappeared. And we were like, oh, I feel so bad. My heart hurts now. We rejected somebody who needed a friend. Like, it was just a perfect delivery
It
the
really
pain was palpable.
It really was. It was so good.
We're so sorry. So I like friend requested him on Fallout, and he hasn't said anything back, and I'm like, oh no. So Veluxus, if you're out there and you somehow are a listener of the show, we're sorry. We misjudged you. We shouldn't have judged the book by the proverbial cover. We're sorry. And so
He was so funny.
yeah, it turned around, you know. What's up, Bender? It's a trap. I don't know. You know, I'll take that chance. I'll take that chance in that.
No, I'm
punja
warning
trap.
him.
Oh. That's warranted. But yeah, we've been playing a lot of Nuclear Winter. Been trying to get that ghillie suit. Had a couple of good rounds, a couple of bad rounds. I'm still having a lot of trouble really getting the mechanics down in Nuclear Winter. One of the problems I had, so I was listening to this podcast, and they were talking about how some FPS guys use these like pixel trainers, these like FPS, reaction trainers. And I was like, you know what? I'll see if I can find one. So I found this trainer where one of the mini games is you point the gun at the center of the screen, and then a target will pop up to the right, and you flick your hand over, and you try to shoot the target in the head as fast as you can. And give it a shot. So I'm like, bang, miss, hit, miss, and so I get to the end result, and my overshoot is like way high, and my score is like below medium, and I'm like, I can't be this bad. Like, I can't be below average. Like, that seems like odd, So I'm, tried again, and I keep getting below average. I keep overshooting. I'm like, what is the problem here? Like, maybe I just suck. Maybe my whole life I've been pretending to be a gamer, and I'm just a pleb, So this is strange. So I decided to Google, what are the dots per inch? What's the mouse sensitivity that professionals use? Like what do they do? And I'm just curious. And dots per inch is basically mouse sensitivity on gaming mices and stuff, and any mouse. So, and apparently Overwatch pros are using anywhere between 800 to 1500 dots per inch. And I went, huh. The outlier of that group was like 2000 dots per inch. And I'm like, I've been using 3000 dots per inch, which means like if I breathe on my mouse just shoots off to the side. So I was like, let's try this. Yeah, so I put it down to 1500, and I was immediately doing better. I wasn't, the best at it, but I was immediately doing better. It's like, great, this is fantastic. I finally feel like I have, hand-eye coordination on this. And I think it did help in the last couple of matches that we played in Nuclear Winter. I was actually like shooting people rather than shooting all around them like I normally do. Very much a Harry, you're alive, but a horrible shot scenario. I've patched that. But I wanted to talk about real quick that Hunt. I want to talk about Hunt as a survival horror. Last Sunday, if you didn't catch this, we streamed Hunt, Archon and Shalene's like first time playing the game Hunt, and I wasn't quite sure how Shalene would take it. It's a little creepy at times. You hear flies buzzing and stuff. But there's a couple mechanics in Hunt that are interesting. So like, you as the player, me as the player, I have my own level up system separate to the hunters that I purchase in the game. It's like a bounty hunting game. And so, one of the objectives is to get a hunter to level 50. Okay. And I've never done that, and I've been playing the game for months. My friends have never done that, and they've been playing the game for months. My personal level's like level 87. Some of my friends are almost level 100 with their personal levels, but they've never leveled a particular hunter, because you can have more than one hunter, up to 50. So we start playing Sunday during the stream. We're like, let's see how good we do. And until you hit personal level 11, you never lose a hunter, because there's permadeath in the game. Once your hunter dies, he's gone, all the equipment's gone, blah, blah, blah. So within the span of like 3 hours or something, like Shalene, you've got one tune like leveled up to like 42 or something
I think
nutty.
She's in her 40s.
Yeah, like in her 40s. Like Archon is like 48 in like 3 hours, and we're like, this is the silliest thing I've ever seen. And the last game of the stream was the most epic, where we're sneaking up on this church. And Shalene's like looking around, Archon's looking around. You two are getting closer to the church. I get shot at from somewhere to the left, and I'm like, oh guys, there's somebody here that's shooting at us, And so I creep off to the left. I see a dude. I Molotov out. Shalene gets leveled with a shotgun, just right on the ground. We're like, oh, Turns out the dude was in the second floor of the church, so I hit him on the second floor of the church. And I hear the guy on my left running up, charging me now. So I get behind a corner. I've got the fanning perk, which means I can smack the hammer of my revolver and go bang, 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 And so I get my silenced revolver out, and he turns a corner. I just lay into him, and he just drops to the floor. So I'm like, great, one down. Pull out my gun again. See the dude in the window again. Pop him. A dude runs out of the door. Archon levels him, and then I run into the church, and there's a dude on the second floor. I get up there. I shoot him, drop him, and Archon shoots another dude and drops him. So we cleared the church out of all enemies. He reses Shalene.
Meanwhile, my body's on fire.
Oh, right. That's true. You're on fire. Slowly burning. But Archon reses you. You're resed. And we're like, I can't believe we survived. We're all like, whoo, can't believe we survived that. We're good, So we go find the big bad boss, and he's the pig butcher guy running around. And unfortunately, Shalene lost. She lost her life that night in the barn. The butcher killed her, and since she had already had most of her health chunks burnt away because of the Molotov, she was dead. She couldn't be rezzed. Mm-hmm. So we kill the butcher. We banish him, and I hit the map button because there were 2 bounties on this map. The other bounty had already been claimed, so we were claiming the second one. And I hit the map button, and I see the pings on the map for the people carrying the bounty are coming closer to me and Archon. They're going for a grand slam to get all the bounties on the map. And I went, Archon, we're going to have company real soon. And so we're waiting for this thing to banish. I keep hitting the map. They're getting closer. I'm like, crap, this is going to suck. So we grab the bounties when it's finally banished. Grab the 2 bounties. And we split out the back of this barn. We run, we jump down into the swamp, we go whoosh, whoosh, run, and I pull up my dark sight, and I see that there's a guy flanking to our right, or to our left. And I'm like, Archon, get behind this, we get behind this berm, I plant around into this dude's chest, and then I shoot this lantern above him, so it drops the fire down. I don't know where he's at. I do the dark sight thing. There's somebody coming up on our 6. Archon checks our 6, he's watching for the dude, and I don't see the guy, and we're getting closed in, we're getting surrounded by this other team. We're like, we gotta move, So we charge towards the dude that I had shot to our left, and we're running towards this embankment and a building. And I shoot another black flaming lantern, drop it down so the flames are just to kind of get the guy away from where we are, deter him from coming after us. And we're running through the woods, and I hear a dude to our right this time, and I turn and I see him, and I shoot him with the rifle, pull out my pistol, and drop him real quick. So I'm like, good, at least if he was a bounty carrier, or just at least one of their teammates, are going to have to stop and res this dude before they chase us. And we have to hoof it from the left side of the map all the way to the right side of the map to get to an exit point without dying. I mean, it was super intense in the last match of the game or the stream, and we make it out alive, and we're like, man, that was stressful. And we take a break, we come back, and we play a little bit more, and Archon leveled his dude up to 50 in the first day he played this stupid game, and then retired that hunter. So he went from personal level 1 to level 22, which is insane on your first day. And it was one of the best couple rounds of hunt that I had ever played. And I was very happy that you 2 liked it, so I have more friends to play hunt with. So
it was fun.
I'm very happy. Yeah. So it sounded like I played a lot of games this week, actually, now that we talk about it. But that's all the games I've got. Normally I would kick an email over to Vendor. But because of the subject matter, Vendor, do you mind if I kick this over to Shalene?
Totally fine.
Okay. It's specifically a Shalene email.
You don't have to explain.
Okay.
I didn't want you to feel bad, but the subject matter, Vendor, I feel like I need to explain why I'm kicking. No, just go ahead, Shalene.
This email comes from Amanda. Amanda writes, hey, I wanted to tell you guys how much I love the show and how much it's been a spot of brightness whenever I see the podcast pop into my feed. I do need some help. I think you guys are the best qualified to answer. I cannot figure out what hats to wear with my responder outfits, especially with the fire breathers outfit. I don't like that the hat covers my whole face. I mean, how am I going to get these factions to trust me with my face covered? I was hoping the resident hat experts and Rick and Vendor could share some of her favorite opinions and maybe give us all some tips. Thank you. Okay, so I did a little research before we came onto the show, by which I mean I put on my responders outfits and tried on all my hats with
She
them.
flicks a piece of paper.
Yes, I have my list of hats. Gosh, this Zoom thing is not helping me share things on the. But with your I mentioned a couple of the other outfits as well. So with your like EMT responders jumpsuit, the best hat to wear with that is hands down the asylum workers hat. It looks so good with that outfit. And if you have the curly bun hairstyle, that looks really good with the asylum worker hat. And with your police outfits, we've got, of course, the Fosnot fedora, looks good with that. The bowler hat looks good with that. The cop cap, obviously. The military cap and the ranger hat all look good with the police uniform. And finally, your primary question, the fire breather uniform. So if it's the covering that bothers you, the face covering, there are several options that you can use that will look okay with the fire breather's outfit. One of those is going to be the black cowboy hat. That black cowboy hat tends to look good with pretty much everything. It's a really good all-purpose hat. It's a bit difficult matching hats to this outfit because the outfit is a little bulky. So the Enclave officer hat actually looks pretty good with the fire breather outfit. And of course, the Fosnot beret. That beret is one of the best hats in the entire game. Definitely try and get a beret while Fosnot's going on, because it goes really well with everything. It looks really good with the fire breather's outfit. The military cap, which is basically a black beret, that looks really good with it. The ranger hat and the scout hat look fine with the fire breather outfit. The skiing outfit hat looks okay with the fire breather outfit. The wool fisherman's cap is a pretty good choice with the fire breather outfit. I feel like that's a great choice. And one of my personal favorites is the welding helmet with the fire breather outfit. The welding helmet, it has the fold down, welding helmet screen, but it's up most of the time, so your face is exposed, but you look like you're ready to go, into the flames at any moment. So I recommend the welding helmet with the fire breather's outfit. So there's some choices for you. I hope that helped. I may have overlooked some things because I just was looking at the hats that I had in my inventory at the moment, so I wasn't really thinking about anything else. Jessica Starr in the chat recommends a mining helmet with a light. That's also a very good suggestion. A hard hat or a mining hat with a light would be a good suggestion. So
I still prefer the classic combination of either the military beret or the Fosnacht beret with a set of patrolman glasses. And for when you venture into the mire, just pop the gas mask right on there. And that looks pretty dope. So yeah. Vendor,
I like the scarf for when I need breathing apparatus.
Yeah. Vendor, what's your favorite headwear? Do you have favorite headwear in the Fallout show?
Well, I like the construction hat because it's yellow.
Okay. All right.
Oh, also the Mr. Fuzzy construction hat because it's yellow. And it has a picture of a Mr. Fuzzy on it.
There's a Mr. Fuzzy
it's also
construction
good.
hat? I did not know that. Do you have to buy that with the Fuzzy tokens? Or is it just a drop?
No, it's just a drop.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you like yellow?
No, I just like weird normal hats. I don't know. I have no opinions on hats in Fallout 76 because I don't really wear them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm always so fascinated with my character's beautiful hair. And I just never want to cover that up with a hat.
I understand that. All right. Well, that concludes this episode of That Fallout Show. Do you guys have any other announcements or remarks? Vendor, you stream. Oh, we forgot. What's our COVID update? Our PPE? Yeah, if you guys aren't familiar, we're doing a financial campaign to raise money to help help provide healthcare workers with PPE, that's personal protective equipment. And last count, we were up past $2,000.
Yes, we're at $2,689.69.
Awesome. There we are. And Vendor, you're still, when you can, doing streams to do that.
Every time I stream, I'm promoting it, and I have my counter on the top of the stream, and it's in the title. If you're interested in donating, all you need to do is scroll down right below the stream here. There's a Tiltify donation link. And, you know, for $15 or $20, you can dress a healthcare worker with the PPE that they need for their shift. And not only does it protect them against potential positive cases of COVID-19, but it also protects them from spreading it from patient to patient as well, by not becoming infected themselves. So it's very important. As you know, there's a shortage. You know, $2,600, $2,700 will dress about 300 healthcare workers, which is awesome. I mean, that's totally amazing. And it's an ongoing thing. You know, it's not just a 24-hour over the weekend thing. Every time I stream, we're taking donations. So, and thank you everybody for your contributions.
And when you stream, where can people find
Twitch.tv/Vendortron, VENDORTRON. You can also, if you are, I mean, we're all feeling the financial strain of COVID-19. If you feel that you cannot or are uncomfortable donating to this initiative, share the link with your family and friends. You know, you can share it on social media. If you are a streamer yourself and you're interested in becoming part of the campaign and promoting it on your own stream, you can do that as well. We have a few people doing that. And so we can provide you with the links and the overlays that you need anytime you're interested in doing that.
Awesome. And by sharing those links, you're sharing the love. And we love you all. So thank you for joining us here tonight. And you can always follow the show on the Twitter sphere at That Fallout Show. You can follow the network at We Just Love Games. You can follow Shalene at Shalene L. And you can follow Vendortron at Vendortron N. You can find us also on DeFacey Books if you go to facebook.com/That Fallout Show or /We Just Love Games. And we also have some groups on the Facebooks as well as groups/That Fallout Show and groups/We Just Love Games. You can email us like Amanda did earlier today. You can email us at info@wejustlovegames.com. Tell us what you dig and any questions you might have, and we'll read it on the show, potentially. Like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/We Just Love Games. And you can find our show on iTunes or Stitcher Radio, wherever podcasts are downloaded at. If you leave us a review on iTunes with a 5-star rating and some texties, we will shout you out at the beginning of the show as a thank you for that. Also, we record live every other Friday here at twitch.tv/We Just Love Games at 6:30 Mountain, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Check out our other show, GameStack, which appears on the off weeks of That Fallout Show. And we also do other shows, other streams when we can. I don't know if we'll be doing anything Sunday, so stay tuned for that. But thank you so much for listening. We love you, and good night. Shalene, do we have a last word?
Intestine shortage.